Hi everyone, it's Marin, and we're going to be doing the downward dog. So for downward dog, we're going to start in plank position, placing both hands or wrists right beneath our shoulders, shoulder width apart, and placing both legs shoulder width apart. You're going to make sure you're nice and flat here, keeping your tailbone even with the rest of your back. From here, you want to push back with your hands, lifting your hips towards the sky as you bend them and pushing your heels back into the ground, extending your legs. Your head is in a neutral position, relaxed in between your arms, and this is downward dog. So you want to make sure you maintain pressure with your hands, pushing that torso continually back, lifting those heels continually upwards, and extending those legs continually towards the ground. Hi, it's Marin again, and we're going to be doing the Hare Pose today. So the Hare Pose is fun, but the most important thing that I want you to remember with this is to make sure that you keep your spine and your neck aligned, looking forward, and that you don't feel any sharp or pricking pain or sensation in your neck. If you're feeling any sharp pains or pinching or pricking, you want to stop right away and contact your healthcare professional. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to gently place our knees down on the ground, feet down flat on the mat, the tops of our feet, and we're going to grab our heels or the back of our ankles like this. So go ahead and form a nice V with your thumbs and your fingers and just fit your ankles right in there. And from here, you want to gently lift up with your hips, bring the top of your head down to the ground and continue to lift with your hips. It's going to roll your head forward slightly. If you feel like you're losing touch with your ankles, it just means bring your forehead down to the ground closer in front of your knees, roll up, and bring your hips over your knees. This is a gentle compression and roll or bend of the neck in the upper cervical vertebrae. So again, make sure you do this gently, continue to look forward, and stop if you're feeling any painful sensations. Hey guys, it's Marin here, and I'm going to be showing you the Hero Pose. So for the Hero Pose, we want to get down on our mat, gently on our knees. From here, I like to start in the rock pose, sitting down on my heels, finding a nice upright position to sit in, and then gently bring the ankles right outside the hips. And as I bring these ankles right outside the hips, I'm going to gently sink my glutes all the way down to the ground. So you might feel a little bit of compression right here on the outsides of your knees. You might feel it in your IT bands or your glutes. It's totally fine. If you have a hard time sitting all the way down in the Hero Pose, you can grab your yoga block, a pillow, a bolster, or a folded towel. And you can place it right underneath your glutes to help you out. From here, we want to place both palms down on top of our thighs and just keep a steady gaze forward while maintaining an upright position with an aligned spine. Hey guys, it's Marin, and we're going to be doing the leg cradle. So get in a comfortable position, laying down on your mat or on the ground. And we want to make sure that we're nice and flat here on the ground. So rotate those hips down so the backs of your lower back touches the ground. You also want to rotate your shoulders back and down so that your shoulder blades are flat on the ground. And from here, we're going to cross one leg, bringing that ankle over the top of the opposite knee. You also want to make sure this knee opens outward and away from you as much as you possibly can. We're going to weave one hand in between these legs and the opposite hand on the outside of the knee as we grasp our fingers together and put firm pressure on the knee, bringing that leg towards our chest even more. Remember to rotate this knee out while you perform this movement to get the maximum benefit and depth of this stretch. Breathe deeply on one side for at least a few breaths before releasing gently and switching sides. So again, ankle over the top of the opposite knee, leave those arms in, keep that knee nice and open, and bring this opposite knee or ankle gently towards the chest. You should feel this stretch deep in the glute of the bent leg and possibly a slight compression in the hips. Hi, it's Marin here, and we're going to be doing the mountain pose. So the mountain pose seems very simple, but it is so important to make sure that you do the mountain pose with the proper perspective and intention to get the most benefit out of it. So for mountain pose, we really want to make sure that we stand with our feet together and we ground ourselves into the ground by balancing our weight between the balls of our feet and our heels. We want to squeeze our glutes slightly, keep that core nice and tight, chest up, shoulders back, gaze is forward, and we also want to take our shoulders and rotate them down, grounding in this position. You should start to feel yourself sort of connect with the ground and feel heavy in it. From here, you want to focus on your relaxed breathing, clearing your mind, keeping your spine nice and aligned, steady, focused, and balanced. Hi, my name is Marin, and we're going to be doing the mountain pose with arms raised. So with the mountain pose, you really want to make sure that you're grounding by placing your weight directly over the center of your feet and between the balls of your feet and the heels. We want to tuck our hips slightly by squeezing our glutes, keeping that core nice and tight, shoulders back, rotated and down. Grounding ourselves in this position with a nice upright chest up. Find that center of balance, find alignment in your spine and your breathing. Once you find your breathing, you want to just take a nice big inhale and raise those arms up, palms facing each other. In this position, you want to make sure your shoulders are still rotated back and down. They're not shrugging up, bringing your arms next to your ears. Having it back and down, you also want to make sure that you're not arching your back. So keep that core nice and tight, tailbone tucked, and just find a steady gaze forward in mountain pose with arms raised.